Okay, hi everybody. I realized that my video quality isn't ideal. It's because it's nighttime. But I think that the content of this video is so much more important than what it actually looks like. So I'm just gonna continue. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about distractions and how I think we rely on them a little bit too much, and how we might not really need distractions if we just change up our schedule a little bit. So the other day I was walking around with my boyfriend and I was like, wow, we were watching the sunset. And he was like, wow, like, yeah, this is really nice. It's a good distraction. And that resonated with me because I was so overwhelmed with school and I literally decided to skip class to go watch the sunset because sunset's so early now. But my class was recorded. I could watch it later, which I did. I also let the professor know that I was not attending or likely wouldn't be attending. And I let him know that I appreciate his lecturing though, and I really enjoyed his presentation so far. So I tried to cover all my bases with that. But anyways, back to the point of distracting. I think that it's really relevant right now that we kind of try really hard to take a look at everything that we're doing, everything that we're a part of, all the pieces that make up who we are. And when we do that, I think it's sad that it was pointed out that I needed a distraction because I wasn't really enjoying all these things that I'm doing. Now, for clarification, I am an undergrad. I'm also taking 2 classes for graduate credit. I am the president of a club and I'm involved in other things. So my life is very hectic a lot, and I know I do that to myself. However, I enjoy the other things that I do, but my classwork to me right now isn't as fun as those other things. So sometimes it's very stressful to do the work and also enjoy my other things. But, anyways, I think it's important that we take a look at all that we're doing and see if we need distractions. And if you do, then maybe you should reevaluate what you're doing, if possible. Maybe try and see if there's other avenues for you to, whether it's your job or your daily routine. See if you can spice it up a little bit or change some things up, because if you are relying on distraction so much because you kind of very much so dislike what you're doing throughout your day, maybe that's not the thing you should really be doing. I think it's really important to do things that you're passionate about, and then that way it's a lot easier to do them. Like, I enjoy writing up my BME lab reports so much more than I like writing up my computational fluid dynamics lab reports, for the same reason that it's things that I'm interested in. So I think that we should reassess our daily situations. I know that right now with COVID, that's kind of difficult to do, but I still think it's relevant and I still think we can do it. Um, as students, it's difficult, but I think as you get a little bit more freedom in your schedule, I think we can all still make decisions that set us up to be a little bit happier at the end of the day. And I also want to clarify that distractions I think are really good. So yesterday I went for a 6 mile run, and that was definitely a distraction. I was gone for an hour and a half from my house with driving time and running time and everything, and I needed that. I really do feel like I needed that. However, that's awesome that I would consider that self-care. And distractions can be forms of self-care. However, you can define your distractions however you'd like, and I'm not saying that the distractions are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the distractions shouldn't be necessary in order for you to feel relief all the time from your daily routine that is clearly causing a lot of internal, I don't want to say damage, but maybe a lot of internal turmoil, I guess, because of how it's making you feel. I've talked about this a lot, but feelings are super important, and I think we all need to take a step back. And sometimes, I feel it's like a chess game with ourselves on how we actually feel about things, but what we actually outwardly do about them. If you notice that something's bothering you, then maybe don't keep doing it, or maybe don't encourage it, or maybe don't let other people do it to you. But yeah, there's a lot of different variables that play into this, and a lot of different reactions that we can consider and talk about and everything like that. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that you should try to reconsider how often you need those distractions. And if you need them quite often, then maybe you should do a little reevaluation of what your daily schedule looks like, so that at the end of the day you can enjoy all that you're doing. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next week.